Hey, what's up, Star Status? It's 3D the Rap Star, aka is the Benz Man. And in this video, we are gonna be talking about the 5 worst Mercedes-Benz models that you could buy, aka money pits. Now, we all know that Mercedes-Benz is known for being luxury vehicles, a great eye candy on the road, but they do come with their fair share of problems. So let's just get right into number 1 Mercedes-Benz to avoid is gonna be the SClass. And now these cars ran from 1999 to 2006. They were stunning. They are great to look at. It is essentially a S-Class coupe. I knew people that have these cars, but if you don't keep throwing money at it, it's gonna be hard to keep your car. And reason saying this is look at the price on some of these. This is lovely. This is amazing. This make me want to go out and get one right now. Like a 2006 CL flagship coupe for under 10 grand and only 82,000 miles on it. Now I know this is an older car, but I'm bringing it to the channel because the prices are too lovely and it looks too good to be true. So the number one thing is that these things are money pits. Everything from air suspension, electrical components, to the inside of your seats not working can all go bad. Now, I knew someone personally with this car. I wish he was on here to tell his story because it is very funny. He actually said he was with a girl and it was so embarrassing because his seat stopped working out of nowhere and he got stuck in the position he was in, so the seats were not moving. He couldn't push it forward, backwards. A lot of electrical problems and unwanted problems on these cars. They are nice cars though. All right, y'all, next up, number 2 is gonna be a fairly nice one. I really love this car. It's gonna be the SClass. Now, what I really like about this car was sporty and it looked good and it just looked good. There's really nothing else to it. It just looked nice. But even online, they are starting to refer to these model years right here as being a classic and sought after Mercedes-Benz. And now, the only thing about this car is it's not really the reliability. It's really the maintenance costs on these cars right here. A lot of times, for a lot of work to be done, the engine must come out. And every time the engine must come out, you know it's labor on top of labor. Mercedes normally charged $100 and something per hour for labor. All right, y'all, now number 3 on the list is gonna be the CLS, the first generation. Now you might be looking at this and saying, now what's so wrong with this? Now a little story on this. This is one of my favorite looking Mercedes and probably one of the cars that got me into liking Mercedes. When I first started liking it, I used to see them on the road and go, what is that? It had a unique look to it, but with 4 doors, and they were the first to dub it as the 4-door coupe. And now the only thing about this car is if you go out and buy one of these, you will be highly disappointed because this car is dated now. It's outdated with the tech. The radio player is really small. The electronic components fail almost all the time. And it is accompanied by a lot of air suspension problems. So to avoid all that, the 2nd generation CLS would be a better buy. But the 1st generation is still great. It's a great car for what it is. It's a lovely car for what it is. It looks great. It drives great. It's still a good car. All right, number 4 is gonna be the GL class. Now this SUV all around has bad ratings from various consumers and various customers that own these, and they are not feeling it. So common problems include a little bit of everything. You know how on the CLS, it was more electrical air suspension. On the SL, it's due to the fact the engine has to come out for a lot of repairs. But on the GL class, it's referring to overall just being a not reliable Mercedes-Benz product. And the problems include, but not limited to, air suspension, electrical problems, transmission problems. So it's almost best to steer clear from the GL altogether. A good alternative to that will be now how they came out with tiers. The GLC is almost like the C-Class equivalent in the car. The GLE, a little bigger, it's like your E-Class. And the GLS is almost like your S-Class in the car version, but these are SUV versions. So those are good alternative with Mercedes. I hate to say it, that it's almost like now the newer, the better. And Mercedes used to pride on being one of the most reliable with the 3-point star. It almost meant something. It looks to say now they are trying to head back in that right direction, but that merge with Chrysler and just how everything went in the 2000s were all bad. But number 5, last on the list. All right, now last on the list, it's gonna be any year S-Class. Not that they're unreliable, they are fantastic cars. And if I go to Mercedes, if I'm going Mercedes, I have to go S-Class. Always think of the S-Class. But I'm not here to say nothing reliability wise. I'm gonna say just make sure you have a warranty and look out for your pockets, because it is pay to play with S-Class Mercedes. This is the big dog. Now, nothing on reliability, nothing like that, nothing bad about the car. It's purely coming down to your wallet and get the warranty for it. So it actually made this list just so in general people will know. Just because you see a S-Class and see how nice it look and how gorgeous it look doesn't mean it's for everyone. Remember, as I stated, it is pay to play. So that's why it's even on this list. And I ran across various people who actually thought the S-Class was bad because they went and bought a used one and didn't get a warranty or nothing, and 2 years later their air suspension go bad and it's a 4K job, and they are like, man, this car is not reliable. It's a big difference in reliability and having the money for preventative maintenance and maintenance in general on these cars. So remember, the S-Class made this list for a heads up. Not really so you shouldn't buy it, but it still stands is that if the money is not right, then you shouldn't be buying this car. Maybe another Mercedes is for you. Remember, they do make tiers of Mercedes for each and every crowd. They have an entry level, a mid-size, and full-size cars, and so on and so on. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Signing off, Benz Man.